So, this is part 2 of my report, how they did it and the murders. The time now is Tuesday, the 10th of March. It's 4:09 a.m. in the morning. I'm having my coffee. I'm going to go to part 2. So now you know how they get your body. Okay? This is what goes on. So now, that person, say you got murdered last night. There's a new person, one of them, whose consciousness from hell is now in your body. Okay? So a couple of days will go by, your family will come to visit, and they'll go, oh, hi son, hi daughter, how have you been? Oh, I'm fine. Remember, they've done this before. Some of them have been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. When I found out all this, I couldn't believe it. But something inside me knew it's all bloody true. It just made sense. My whole life, from young, made sense. Why all these things happened, why he was like that, why she was like that, why that happened, why I thought that, why this happened. All made sense when I heard this story and I worked this all out. But anyway, so they always like to keep people for years. If it was me and I was doing a murder crime like this, I'll get them in, get them out quickly. But nah, they want the most amount of money. The bloody African staff want to take the most piss out of people, so they'll keep their own people. Can you believe that? They'll keep you there for years, yeah? They get years and years of medication money, years and years of money from the health service. You have to look after them. That's why they charge exorbitant fees. It would cost us something like $8,000 a week. $8,000 a week or something crazy like that to keep one patient in hospital. So $8,000 a week, times that by 52, times that by say just 3, you can imagine how much money that is. And they're pocketing that. Most of that is not, none of that's really been spent on the patients. Therapists, they've got therapist agencies, rehab facilities, advocacy services, all set up. Criminals. They say, yeah, we help patients with this, we'll do this therapy, we'll do dance therapy, we'll do art therapy, we do bloody, I don't know, just writing poems, just stupid. And the government, they say, well, the doctors are treating them. They say, this is all to rehabilitate the patients and get them back into society so they can continue life. It's not. It's to get as much money from the government. So all these phony, stupid little agencies and therapies are set up. They sign up to hospitals. Hospitals say, yeah, I've got a patient. The doctors are the worst criminals because they sign all this off. Yeah, my patient, he needs art therapy, he needs emotional therapy, he needs support, he needs advocacy, he needs poem writing, and all of it's signed off. And you get a big schedule. That's why they keep you for years. You get a big schedule, and as you're the patient, you've just got a body. You've got no choice. You have to do what they say. Because I know some of these lot, they're not that bad. So I'll tell you more later. So you have to start processing maybe a couple of times a week. You go and see this person, or they come and see you. These people are charging exorbitant fees to the NHS and to health services all across the world for this service. They know there's nothing wrong with the person. That person, you don't bloody care about no stupid bloody art therapy. He's just sitting there. He sits there for his hour, draws some pictures. They ask him a standard bunch of questions that they're trained to do, and then they write their report. And this dude that could go on for 6 months to a year. They're getting money all that time. Then after 6 months to a year, they submit a report to the doctor. He writes an attachment report, all templates, sends it off to the government. That's your annual quarterly report, and they're getting paid for that. Them doctors, them psychiatrists are bloody criminals. They're demanding over $100,000 a year to be a psychiatrist, and they're telling bloody lies. It's better to be a proper doctor and help people. But they're lying, setting up people, giving them stupid medication, just killing them, doing phone reports, assessments. You're sitting there in assessment, yeah? Because when I was getting assessed, I said, what's going on? There's doctors sitting there. He's asking questions. As he's asking questions, how do you feel about blah, blah, blah? You start getting images of blah, blah, blah going through your head. You said, just say what you're seeing, what you're feeling, and you write that down. But you could be an hour. He's asking, so how were your parents? When you were young, did you have complications when you were born? You're like, no. And it's just scanning your brain, you're starting to see images of when you were young. It's impossible for you to see images of when you were young. And there's something about the mind, it don't work like that. So you get hour, you're getting scanned up by the doctor, you're getting all these hallucinations, feelings, sensations. He's writing it down. And then at the end, no matter what you say, he's going to say, I'm diagnosing this one with paranoid schizophrenia or schizoid affective disorder or whatever. When over the years, they gave me 7 diagnoses. I'll tell you the ones I can bloody remember, right? Paranoid schizophrenia, schizoid affective disorder, personality disorder. That's a good one, because they said there's no cure for that. They could have kept me for the rest of my life. All they have to prove to the government is there's a possibility he could do a crime or attack someone. He's got a personality disorder. There's no medication for it, so we can keep him forever. And the government would have said, well, yeah, because they've been scanned up too. So, yeah. And then multiple personality disorder. I don't know how they invented that one. Then there was schizoid affective disorder. I was diagnosed as being a narcissist, a narcissist, yeah? And also EHD NHS, some stupidness like that, yeah? All that got put on my Ministry of Justice file for years. I was kept in one hospital, Springfield Hospital, Shafter Clinic, for almost 10 years. I barely had leave. And they were scanning me, abusing me, trying to kill me. That was when they knew they had to bloody kill me. I knew too much, because I was talking about it. All these times they're writing my report, David really talks to himself. They never really written down what I was saying. They were writing, he's mumbling to himself, he's seen, observing, talking to himself, he's responding to voices, yeah? How come they never said, oh, he's talking about scanning, he's saying that we're murdering patients, he's saying this, the medication's bullshit, you know? They never said all that. They just wrote down, he's talking to himself, he's observed, responding to voices, they'll send it off to the Ministry of Justice, and anytime I go for a tribunal to get out, I'll be told, no, your reports, your doctors are not supporting it. That's what they do. And you stay in hospital. All the solicitors are set up, apart from my solicitor now, and some of them now, because they're good now, they're set up. It's bullshit. They don't want to get you out. They get money from the government for every tribunal, every hearing, every meeting. They get £200, no, £1,000 for the tribunal, £2,000 for this, £2,000 for that. So the patients that have taken over your body, I call them the scanners, taken over your body, they know all this. They get a solicitor, he's paid by the government, he comes, signs you up, because you're on benefits, because you're diagnosed with a mental illness, you're on benefits. So you get all this stuff, yeah? Every week, every fortnight in hospital, because you're mentally ill, you're getting hundreds and hundreds of pounds every week, and you can spend it on whatever you want. There's nothing, you don't have to buy anything. Everything paid for. Your room, the food, everything paid for. So you could get £200-300 every week. Someone has to work all week long to just get that, and he's barely surviving. You get all that, everything paid for. So you can spend it on tobacco, on drinks. Some people spend it on drugs. Well, you've got no responsibility. You get £100, and then when you do get discharged, the government will facilitate accommodation. That's why they always have to discharge people to a hostel. So you're there for another 2 years. The hospital people are getting money from the government, claiming they're caring for you, getting you ready to go back to the community and continue with your life. The doctors come and see you, so they're getting money for coming out their way, coming to see you. If you're on injections, they're getting even more money from the government, and the pharmaceutical company more money for putting you on injections. It's all for money. And the cunt ones are doing it so they can abuse patients and kill you for money and for bodies. When this first started in 1999, when I was told, yeah, the day I committed my supposed index offence, the first thing the Higher Force said to me was, they need more bodies. And they'll show me. They'll show me on the TV what the fuck was going on. I couldn't believe it, but then I knew it was true. They need more bodies. So they were killing people. If we didn't stop them, this would have got worse. For some reason, they've got so many people in hell, right? They ran out of bodies. I'm going to finish now because I'm running out of time. So many people have been doing this process, taking a body, living out their life, dying of old age or illness. They go back to hell. They need another body. They get another body. Someone kills someone. They get another body, and the process continues. Their top leaders have been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. That's what they do. So they're getting you, locking up your young ones, murdering them, your loved one, murdering them for their bodies and money. And the horrible ones, so they can abuse you. Even their own people, you're not allowed, you're not allowed, you're not allowed. They just started all focusing on me when they knew this is the end of them. They knew, the way they think is, if it's a problem, kill it, we'll never see it again. That's why they've been trying to kill me. But they're not going to kill me because I'm better than them. Let me finish this report. I'm going to have another coffee and I'll continue with this one. Thank you.